Calvin, a lot of diners are very leery about handing over their credit cards, and more restaurants like the Greek joint here in Davie are using these mobile devices where you can pay right on the spot, right at your table. According to Fort Lauderdale police, there was one waitress who was making unauthorized charges behind the scenes.
After a meal, it's time to pony up. But at the posh Cooper's Hawk in Fort Lauderdale, police say this woman, now former waitress Elizabeth Garcia, was allegedly swiping diners' cards into her own device and stealing thousands of dollars.
Hello, family. Welcome back to another episode of Journey to Harmony. I'm your host, Richard Harmon. Today, I want to come to you and talk to you about the need to be more vigilant with your cards, with your identities when you're going out in public. So on today's story, we talk about a waitress who was taking the cards of her patrons and basically swiping them for whatever it is she wanted. There's a story that came out recently about how many people were working along with people in Las Vegas. They'd swipe the person's credit card, they send their information over to some of the ATMs in Vegas. They would withdraw thousands of dollars and then get it back to the person all before they even noticed, after you give them their card. So with that, I just wanted to go over this particular video. This lady here today, she is, a waitress at a restaurant doing something very, very simple. Most people wouldn't even notice it, but as she takes your card, she goes back and she charges thousands of dollars of payments onto your card. By the time she comes back to your desk, she places it down and you don't notice. So what was happening here is that people were checking their bills at the end of the month. It would be 30 days later or so, and they're seeing that these charges are consistently coming. They go off and tell their bank, and then the bank sees multiple charges from this particular restaurant, and they're able to see that this woman is taking advantage of people here in this particular way. I'm going to play a video here. We'll watch a little bit of this. If it's your first time joining, please hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel. And here we go.
In their report, police say customers started seeing unauthorized charges, food, gas, travel, entertainment, and personal living expenses. In one case, detectives say a customer had a $2,500 charge seconds after paying for his meal. Garcia was arrested. She had little to say to us.
We wanted to give you an opportunity to talk about your arrest.
Okay, no.
Did you steal money from patrons at the store?
Restaurants like the Greek joint in Davie tell us they like using these table-side credit card processors that are used all over Europe and give customers a sense of security.
Even when we process their payment, we don't see their information on the device. It's all encrypted and it doesn't get stored in the system.
I think it's more secure than the waitress or the server taking the credit card, walking away from you. You don't know what they're doing with it.
Diners we met say they don't like giving up their cards.
I went to a restaurant and I paid with my card, and with the whole excitement of just paying and getting ready to go, I never realized that the server never gave me my card.
The National Restaurant Association reports more operators plan to invest in technology, even just to make payment easier. Garcia now faces charges of organized scheme to defraud and grand theft.
Customers here at the Greek joint really seem to like this mobile payment device. Experts say there are some things that you can do to keep safe. Keep a check on your credit card statement. There are also things like Apple Pay that are also very secure, and when in doubt, just use cash. We're in Davie tonight. I'm Janine Stanwood.
All right, perfect. So you see that there. So this is an interesting topic right now, right? Because we all know about the push that the Biden administration has been implementing with a lot of the illegal immigrants who are coming into the country. And many of the restaurants and the businesses are really excited to have any of these people come in and work. But a lot of times you don't know exactly these people's backgrounds. You don't know who they are. And in general in life, it's easier for most people to get a entry-level job. There aren't really too many difficult background checks that are going on. So with this, there likely is going to be a greater push of implementation to getting the payments at the table rather than giving the people's cards. But in a situation that does happen, it is better for you to be checking your payment statements on a regular basis. Some of these things, if you don't check your statement but once a month, that could be 3 weeks, 4 weeks of payments being drawn from your account without you really noticing. And so a lot of times, people are just going about their swiping. They see a payment that's there and they don't really think too much about it. And then this becomes a recurring charge that scammers look to use. So in the world that we're living in now, things are going to be more difficult, more complex. And people who are, working in organized crime are getting smarter and smarter with things of this nature. So not only can they use this as an opportunity, but there's also something called air tagging, where they can place your information. They can put like a tracker on you and they use that as a way of following you home to possibly break in and look for other items that they might be interested in. So we're living in a more complex world. I think the whole pandemic made people a little bit lazier, and they're looking for easier ways of making their money without having to do the work. And this is going to lead to many people into situations that they were not interested in or not seeking. So this is just a heads up for us to be more vigilant in our day-to-day lives and be able to find different ways on how we can to better protect ourselves and protect our families. What are your thoughts on the situation? Please comment below, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for joining, and have a good day.